Hello, welcome to episode 69 of the podcast. It is Clark here with Phil.
Hello.
So episode 69 has
Every time you say it, gets I'm really forward hard.
basically this week we're gonna have a wee look. We chat about things, sort of best and worst. That'll make sense whenever you get to the first bit. Won't want to give too much away there.
No, definitely not.
And then usual part 2 we'll go into our what's trending. It's really only one topic this week, so it's slightly different than every other week. But it's a wee interesting one. Have a wee think about it whenever you get there. Again, won't ruin it. Enjoy. And part 3, we're gonna have a talk about VR. So yeah, let us know your thoughts, feelings, and all the rest. In the comments or wherever you find us, basically. Be good to hear what you think about that and the future of that. So yeah, we'll get on with this one, and we hope you enjoy.
Woo!
Right, no messing about in this episode. Right, I'm not sick anymore, by the way.
You do sound it though.
I sound it, but I'm not.
I still can't hear, so
This is how I talk now.
nice.
So,
nice.
anyway, no messing about.
Okay.
Less of that.
Alright.
So, best and worst, we're going for some of that today.
Okay.
So, if you were to say best game you've ever played, now take into account your experience of that game, your memories attached to it, things like that, and the worst game you've ever played that you remember. Do you have
See now,
either?
this is tough because the recent stuff has been fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't call them the best game I've ever played.
Right.
I've had better experiences on worse games,
Yes,
if you know what I mean.
that's fine. That's okay. But like, what game do you associate with that is probably the best game I've ever played?
See, it's tough though because I
Hard, isn't it?
I love the Dead Rising series.
Okay.
Like I love killing zombies and stuff. And I even like the Walking Dead game that everyone hated.
Telltale.
No, that's the story based one. The one that you played as Daryl and
Oh, there's a game for that?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it was just called Walking Dead. I can't remember, but you used the crossbow to kill him. And I mean the gameplay wasn't great,
Yeah.
but it was so much fun seeing the arrow just fly because you can see that the drop and all.
Yeah.
And just fly into the guy's head. You're like, ah, got him. Yeah, that's what you hear basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like those sort of games. So zombie games are by. Can I just say a genre? Because I don't think I could really. Because I want to play Days Gone and it looks class, but it's not really zombies. But it is like a detachment of that. I don't know, but I love Gears of War.
I just love games.
I do love games though, to be fair. Like,
Right.
I love DayZ though as well. I mean,
If you had to pick
DayZ.
one game,
That's tough.
but when you play it, you get all that
Dead
goodness.
Rising 1
Right.
for sure.
Dead Rising
Ben,
1
yeah.
is the best game you've ever played. Okay.
It's not though.
Said now it's
It's
too
not though, but it is. For memories wise, I just love playing it. It was just if I picked it up today,
late. Yeah.
I would be in my element. I could sit there for days and days just
Like-
slicing zombies up like
There's better games in terms of like
gameplay, story.
gameplay, visuals, blah blah.
Story, yeah.
But then, pardon me, if you were to bring Dead Rising 1 to now
Yeah.
and put all that in,
Yeah.
would it be
Yeah, probably.
okay?
I mean, I love like the fact that Capcom were like they just made everything.
Yeah.
Or that game it was very sort of Japanese like in the sense that the story and the bad guys in it and the oversized instruments and what
Yeah.
they killed the zombies with
Yeah.
was just over the top, but that's what they do. Like I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy, like Soul Calibur and stuff.
That's what I was about to say. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that I always
Huge-
think of for Capcom. Yeah.
But the fact they have like the Mega Man costumes, you can literally dress Frank in literally like a dress and stuff and just go around killing zombies. I think it's hilarious. I wasn't like the longer like the way it went on, it just sort of got a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Like Dead Rising 4 was a bit meh.
That was out fairly recently.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
3 years ago I think. It was a bit meh, but
But we're going Dead Rising 1.
Dead Rising 1's probably
Okay.
my favourite game to have like nostalgic feeling, definitely.
The worst game you ever played, and I mean like, not like put on, be like, no. But I mean like put on, played enough that you're like, why am I doing this?
It's not I don't know now. That's a tough one because worse. Like
Okay.
I would have to hate
You've
the game.
also been really disappointed by it, say, right?
Well, I mean, I know Anthem is pretty much up there, like, but it's
Yeah.
not the worst game I've ever played.
No,
Like see, it's like 4 podcasts ago we were singing its praises. We were like,
it's because I was more excited by. I think we both said we were excited by the roadmap, but the roadmap doesn't. It's taking its time.
yeah, it's just. I mean, people are still playing Anthem. You guys are absolute legends for doing
Yeah,
it.
fair play to you.
You're
Don't know why you're
trucking
doing
on
that
there.
yourself, but
It's just I just don't get as much out of the time with that game, and it is a luck thing, and I know it's a luck thing. It's just I wish I had more luck. I was
Yeah.
just playing the game. For me, like even with Destiny 1 and D2, like it was the same thing for me there. Thankfully, the Division isn't like that.
yeah,
I know
it's not.
they're all looter shooters and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
not like that, and you get different way. I don't feel as if I'm unlucky in that.
Yeah,
Whereas
because
with
you get the
Anthem,
drop and it's
yeah.
still like, oh look, something.
Yeah,
Whereas in Anthem, you need to see that color.
yeah, and if you don't see it, you just get deflated every
Yeah.
single time you see a chest open and there's nothing that pops out. You're like,
Yeah.
oh. But I wouldn't say it's the worst game I've ever played, but I have been fairly disappointed by it.
Yeah.
So giving it the title of worst game I've ever played is not right. Probably the most disappointing one I've been excited for, definitely.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
past 5 years for sure, yeah, definitely. That'd probably be the one that I'd be the most.
I'd probably agree.
Yeah.
For most
But
disappointing.
I couldn't call it the worst game I've ever played.
No, 'cause
Worst-
it's definitely worse. Definitely.
Worst game I think I've ever played would be sort of, I don't know. I mean, I think Gears 4.
You were very disappointed with that. I
Yeah.
remember because I said I didn't think it looked that bad, and you were like, "Yeah, no."
It's not like it's not like it's still a Gears game, but it's not story wise. It was just atrocious.
Yeah.
I just didn't like. Maybe because I was like one of the people that just the OG
Mhm.
cast. I just loved. I loved the story behind it. Whereas the first 3 games, the story got me. Like it
And
got
you're
me
invested with the characters.
very,
you're on
very
board
invested in the
and-
characters and very much invested into the story and how things
Yeah.
are going to turn out. And I'm glad the way things have turned out. I just don't think they should have been expanded on.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. I don't want to see an old Marcus. I'd rather remember him as. I know he's going to die in like 60 years because he'd be
Yeah.
too old to live.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have that mentality of seeing sort of like I remember him in his 40s or 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
It's prime.
and then instead of seeing him at like
Start a new
old Marcus
old people.
play as his son with his best mates. No, I'm all right, thanks. I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I just don't understand. Like and they lost Cliff Blazinski, he was just the main guy for Gears. Like and
Yeah.
it just wasn't the same since then. Really, I mean Gears 1 was by far my favorite, 100%. But
It was the
Yeah.
first game I remember it being like, "Oh my word, I've got a chainsaw."
it was just
It
insane.
was-
It was just
yeah.
it was so much fun, and I remember it was one of those revolutionary games that. The graphics were incredible and like everything was
Yeah.
just class in it. And I remember snapping boys' heads and all with the snipers, and it was just it was unbelievable. And they changed that in Gears 4 as well.
Right.
Crap.
To be honest, there are games I played very little of, but I remember, I think you had to tap B to get the chainsaw.
Chainsaw, yeah.
Yeah. But I remember playing at a friend's house and being like, "There is a chainsaw in this game.
Yeah.
What?"
You hold B and then you press RT to
Yeah,
rev it.
It was class.
It was amazing.
That's
That's
very
but yeah,
cool.
I think probably the worst game I've ever played
I'd be most
that I can
disappointed
remember,
in.
that I can
Yeah.
recall would be Gears 4 because I just didn't enjoy it at all.
Fair enough.
Didn't enjoy it. What about
Fair
yourself?
Worst game, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was really disappointed because
Oh.
I love Skyrim. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then that was just terrible.
Yeah.
So glitchy. And I was really excited for it, and I was pure like
I think
rooting
we all
for
were,
it.
to be fair, we were all buzzing for it, yeah.
Yeah, I was
After
really
Oblivion
rooting for
and Skyrim and stuff, you know.
And then because I wasn't getting on that much then, and got on it, played a bit, it was just like, no, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Really don't like it.
Again, it was a luck thing as well. I think like looter shooters are a very risky game to play or to develop because you unless you literally put in this system where you're going to get an exotic or you're going to get a high end piece of gear within the first 10 tries.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do that because your game will be
Everyone would
finished.
just have the same stuff.
It'd be relinquished to be finished in a week or two. You know,
Exactly.
if you played that much of it, you would get all the stuff within 6 to 10 days. You'd be flying. So
Well, either way, that was just, I was so disappointed.
yeah.
I was expecting it to be
this pure amazing thing, and then it just ended up being just talk to this person, then run and talk to this person who's on the other side of the map, and then go back and talk to that. It was terrible. So I don't think I played any more than maybe 20 hours. Awful.
Probably.
Absolutely awful.
I'm gonna guess your best game you ever played.
Okay.
Probably D1 or God of War.
Console games, yeah, but I've got to put down a Pokemon game in there.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
What one? Don't say Yellow.
Probably Yellow.
Oh.
And the reason being is not only did I play that in the Game Boy, but I also fired that in the N64 and played Pokemon Arena, which was amazing. And then, but then there's also, do you remember Pokemon Pinball?
Yeah.
And my dad used to play that all the time, and then he would beat my score, and I'd be pure raging. And then I would have to try and play and beat his score. But like,
we had the actual life thing of Pokemon Pinball. Do you remember telling me?
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I've had that conversation before, right? Enough.
Yeah.
But like on console, God of War. Oh my goodness! Like in terms of pure story, that game is
up there. Like,
it's amazing. Like seriously, and then D1 just has so much attached to it, like so many memories attached to it, and that's a game I'll never get rid of that game, honestly. Like the actual cover and case and all that, I'll keep that for good because it was just there's so much attached to it. Obviously the fellas, like all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
I
think it's funny how games can bring everyone together, like, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean that's actually they're actually two really good shouts. But in terms of like Destiny 1, we played for 4 years, 3 years, but within that, if it had just stayed the way it was, we wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Whereas Pokemon Yellow never changed.
Yeah, I agree.
Ever.
Yeah.
And I played that game until it was like literally almost like dead.
Yeah. Well, I was the same with me with Dead Rising 1, and I played it for donkeys, and I still never got that bloody genocider achievement, kill 72,000 zombies.
Is that how many you need to kill?
Wow. To get the achievement. It was like worth 20 G's or something. It's unbelievable.
But like, obviously now the things I'm like attaching to that are like, I can think of Pokemon Yellow and remember playing it in primary school, and remember like Pikachu following you, and
I hated that.
I thought it was great because you turn around and talk to him.
He was so fat.
It was so fat.
He
was your size.
Yeah,
just massive.
Yeah. He might have looked like Raichu more than Pikachu.
Oh, it was so funny, like that. But that whole thing, like I even played an emulator not long ago and got that up and was like,
I did the same thing with Red.
Yeah, just play it. Like it was great, and but I had to pick one.
You might as well go with Yellow because I do agree with you. Those games didn't change and they didn't charge you.
I play it tomorrow.
Yeah, well the thing is,
I play it tomorrow.
The best thing about them is like I prefer the older generations because not just the Pokemon, just games in general because they didn't charge you 80 quid for a game and then charge you 40 quid for the Game Pass.
Yeah, I know the good old days when there was 151 Pokemon, 152 if you include Mew, and that was just like, or was she was 151.
That was your game though.
Sorry, Mewtwo was 150, wasn't he?
You had all your Pokemon and you had free reign of the entire place, and you had to get certain Pokemon. You had to pay for them, thankfully, but you had to get certain Pokemon to go through certain things. Like obviously,
so good.
Climbing the rocks, you have to have a rock, like Graveler or something, and then you had to have like Bellsprout to go through. They had to have Cut. So you go through the trees. I used to call them little broccolis. Yeah, because that's what they look like.
Do you remember in Pokemon Crystal, one of the trees you ended up going up to, and it was Sudowoodo?
Yeah,
it was so good. And then, but like another thing about those games as well, like you even remember like Snorlax having to go and find the Pokeflute and then come back and wake him up.
Yeah,
and if you killed him, you could never catch another one.
Yeah,
because that was the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I love those sort of things. I absolutely love those sort of things.
Absolutely, man. And the only way you could get certain Pokemon was by trading with Red and Blue. Yeah, because it was like, was there green?
No, red, blue, yellow.
Was that like? Why did I have it in my head there was a green? Maybe that was a fake one that was going around for a while, but like...
I don't understand why they didn't have a green because Bulbasaur.
Yeah, it seems like that sort of wee man was left out, but...
Well, they all look like plebs anyway, they didn't.
Well, either way, like, that probably right up there.
I used to have... Do you remember the things years ago, the Pokemon Sweets, and you used to get the little Pokemon in them? It was like Kinder Egg, but for Pokemon.
No.
No?
Oh, I remember the lollies that used to have the little Pokemon inside, and then you would like lick your way in, and then by the time you got there, it was like Like a wee picture?
No.
No?
These are actually like little
That's
mini,
not what's funny with that.
mini 3D. Lick your way in. Okay. They're like little mini 3D Pokemon. I had like Charizard, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Venusaur. I had all. I remember
You're
having.
just missing like one.
That's
with it.
what,
That's so
I
annoying.
remember it like it was yesterday because I remember I needed to have one of each
Yeah.
to get the evolutions, and I never got I never got Blastoise.
We should do an entire podcast on Pokemon.
I know, man. I
We
know.
have missed the trick here.
I know. I mean, especially now with everything coming back, like
Yeah.
the games and now with Detective Pikachu and all coming out too. It's
Oh yeah, it's a good show.
crazy, like. But
Yeah, we totally should.
yeah,
That'd be
no,
good.
I loved the old Pokemon series back in the day.
They were awesome.
Can't wait for the actual game now, though, whenever it comes out, because it'll be.
Yeah.
I might actually get it for Nintendo and have a little go at it.
Here's move on to the next one because it's one that I think is going to be quite funny.
Okay.
So now specifically films, right?
Ooh, that's rough.
Okay. Now specifically films. So
My
we're going
film's
for
gonna be
most.
terrible.
We're going most and least here. So your most. The one that you're like, so most embarrassing guilty pleasure movie,
Oh, that's okay.
and your least embarrassing guilty pleasure movie.
So the
So
one
like one that you're like, oh, I wish I'd never told people this one.
we already know that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I do, but then there's the
You will know whenever I
then
say
there's
it.
the one that you're like, oh, everyone knows I love that film, and it's a bit
Oh, okay.
whatever, you know. So like the
Well, I
one,
don't think everyone knows that one.
so like say for example, you could be like, oh, like one that I've never told anyone, I am like obsessed with Legally Blonde 2.
No, definitely not.
So, or you know, one that everyone knows about, you could be like, oh, everyone knows I'm obsessed with Dumbo.
I'm not really a bit like I like rom-coms, but I'm not like I wouldn't watch one like constantly because they'd be the ones that I would say fellas would be more like.
There is a rom-com too. Is that the one you're talking about? A rom-com that you said I should know it?
I wouldn't really call it a rom-com, but it is sort of a female film.
That's gonna really annoy me because I feel like I should know this. I think you've told me.
Yeah, it's got Sandra Bullock in it. It was like years and years and years and years ago, like. But it's not really much of a rom-com, more of
Maybe
a.
not. Maybe not.
Well, to be fair though, I don't really know. I mean,
We'll go least embarrassing. You're like, oh, everyone probably knows that anyway.
there's not really many. There's not really many that I would be like guilty pleasure films. I mean, I would call Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back
Okay.
not a guilty pleasure, but a film that not many people would rate very highly.
Yeah, but you're
But
like,
I could
it's
watch
great.
that. I
Yeah.
could watch that film,
Yeah, that's
Till
fine.
the cows
That-
come home.
yeah, that's fine.
but it's
Yeah.
not really one of those films I'd be like, don't really care. People, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like that with any film, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Miss Congeniality was the one.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember
That's
watching
right.
that film.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just one of those films you could just watch.
You just
and be like,
really like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Sandra Bullock though, but even Speed kind of raised, you know. I don't know. Though, because like I felt Speed was one of those films you're just like,
It's actually
"Ugh."
quite good though, isn't it?
It's a good film, but so
Yeah.
cringeworthy sometimes, you
Yeah.
know. But then again, every 90s film is, every 80s film, every 70s film, they're all like that, you know.
Yeah.
The more the time goes on, all those films are going to be cringy. I can guarantee the majority of these Marvel films in like 40 years, you look back and go, why would he say that about Facebook? Ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you'll get those times, like, but I don't really have many.
You're completely fine with either. You're just like, I don't really care.
People couldn't. I mean, if people want to rip into a movie that it seems like it's men shouldn't watch,
Yeah.
I don't really see any point that men shouldn't watch any film. I mean, a film's made for anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't think I've got any that's embarrassing.
I'm fully
say.
on board with rom-coms and stuff.
Yeah, I'm the
Totally
same. I
agree.
watched it. Like
Yeah.
I like watching The Holiday and stuff. Which
Love
I
musicals too. Love musicals.
I didn't like.
I know you aren't a fan. Like the rest of the guys aren't really that much of a fan.
Any musical I
I'm
would like.
so on board.
I just like the ones that have like the Rocky tunes in them. Like,
Yeah.
Not like the film Rocky, but
Like
like,
Rock
the
of
rock
Ages.
songs. Yeah, Rock of Ages
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, and obviously.
I'm gonna see that in the theater
Did you?
in June. No, I'm going to.
Oh,
in
you're
June.
going to? That's cool. That's cool. Well, I mean, but that's about the only. I didn't really like all this sort of like. Well, I don't. That drives me up the wall.
Greatest Showman was amazing.
No, I'm sure it is,
Oh
but I
my
just can't
goodness.
listen to that sort of music.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I walked out of that and I was like, that was great.
Yeah.
like, well, it was, you know.
Well, Rock of Ages will be good, I'm sure. I would probably
Yeah.
go and see Rock of Ages, to be fair.
Yeah, Rachel got me in for Christmas.
That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. I'd probably go and see that, but I just couldn't listen to songs like
There's
Barcelona
a
or
great
something.
tune called "From Now On"
Mhm.
in The Greatest Showman. It is great. Like
Okay.
it's proper good tune. Like really
Okay.
good.
Well, I can always listen to the soundtrack, but I can just already
Some of them
know.
I skip because some of them like they're fine in the film, but like outside of the film, you're like, no,
Yeah.
you know, not right now. But that "From Now On's cracker, like it's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
But anyway, films, right? So Miscongeniality and
Jen Silent Bob Strike Back, and there's a
Okay.
reboot coming out of that. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
yeah, and that's what Jen Silent Bob something music. No.
No, that's Bill and Ted.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Jen Silent Bob. You're talking about the one with Kevin
Smith and
thank you.
Jason Mewes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting those two confused.
I mean, they were sort of iconic, both of them. So
Mhm.
I'd love a crossover.
That's sure. Stan Lee was reading the script, and you haven't seen that yet.
What?
Whoops. Have you seen Captain Marvel?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Oh dear.
Flip.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
No, we were gonna say, and then we got Sixture.
yeah.
We haven't been down.
But
since.
anyway, that doesn't really spoil anything, so it's fine.
Okay.
But,
Well, I'll be watching it going. Oh.
you would have picked up on it 100%
Okay.
anyway, so
Okay.
it's fine. But it made Kevin Smith cry.
Oh. Okay. Oh no, I think I already know what you're on about.
So yeah, made him.
I
Cry.
think Kevin Smith posted on Twitter.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
But he pure gurned at that part. But
I'm surprised. Like,
so there you are.
it's a nice.
Thank goodness that you'd already seen that. 'Cause-
Yeah, no, I seen that quite a while ago from Kevin Smith.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But no, I'd love a crossover with Bill and Ted and Jen and Silent Bob. I think that'd be hilarious.
It would be quite good.
Be so
Yeah.
funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What about you?
I sort of just told a few, I suppose, like the likes of music and stuff. I'm fine with that.
So you get to pick genres. I get to pick the specific
Well,
films.
The Greatest Showman's great. Yeah, it's a really good film. As I say, the songs and stuff are good in it. La La Land, another one. I really like that. I really like that film.
I don't think we can sing in it.
I'm just obsessed with LA anyway, so I'm all over it.
Yeah.
There's actually a guy who was in the film. He was our tour guide in LA.
That's cool.
He was only like a wee extra, but he was like, watch it this exact second, and I like walk into the side.
It's weird. There's a guy I follow on YouTube for quite a while. 10-second songs guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Dirt.
No way.
He wasn't. He didn't have any speaking roles or anything, but he said he had one line, but they cut it out of the film.
Still, it's class.
He played John Corabi in it, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
quite liked it. Yeah,
I love whenever people like have like a bit in a film.
yeah, and they're like not film
Yeah.
stars or anything, but you
Yeah.
know who they are. Yeah,
That's so
I
cool.
like it as well.
That's like David Beckham was in
No, no,
King Arthur,
Mm-mm.
and Ed
Don't-
Sheeran was in Game of
don't
Thrones.
speak about that film.
Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones, and
Everyone was in Star Wars. You didn't get to see them.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Simon Pegg and stuff like,
yeah, it's kind of cool. Like,
and Warwick Davis is in like every film.
yeah,
But yeah. Anyway, and then probably the most one would be. You ever seen the film? That Awkward Moment.
with Jack Efron
It's
on
amazing.
it. That's awful.
I love that film. It's so good. Like, it's just amazing. It's so good. It's got Michael B. Jordan. It's got Zac Efron. What do you call that fella?
I know who you're on about, but I can't picture his face right now.
I can picture his face. I can't get his name.
No.
He's the drummer in that film that you said was really good.
Miles Teller.
Thank you. It has him and the girl's quite famous now as well. I can't get her name. But those are like the three of the four main characters. So
Yeah.
but that film's class.
No, I like Miles Teller. He's a really good actor.
He is very, very good. And he's also good in that. He's funny in that.
Mm-hmm.
But that film's brilliant. Like, honestly, I remember one of my friends would have watched that in uni, and I was like, I'm not watching that. Watched it, and I was like, this is so good. Like that opening line where he's like on the wee bench. I just think that's cool every time, and it's cyclical. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. I have to
It's
admit,
brilliant.
like, but I do remember watching it quite a while ago. Yeah.
very, very good. And that would be one that would be sort of like a rom-com sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, that one probably, because I think that's a good wee film.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably if there's two different types of the scale, I suppose that'll probably be it. I think.
Dirty musical, like especially The Greatest Showman.
Honestly, I tell you now, if you listen to that From Now On song, you'll be on board.
I don't think I will. I just don't.
Or
I just don't like
the one with
musicals
him
like
and
that.
Zac Efron in the bar.
No.
I can't remember what you call that one. But
I've heard him singing stuff like. I just don't like that sort of singing. That's all.
No, Zac Efron is a very good singer too.
Yeah, have you heard? They're doing a documentary by Elton John
Right?
and Taron Egerton.
Oh yeah, they're doing a
Singing.
biopic of him, and he is. Have you heard him sing?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
where'd that come from?
I know. He's fantastic. Yeah.
Ridiculous! Like him
Really
and
talented.
Elton John did a duet
Mhm,
at the
I heard that.
Oscars after party.
I watched it.
Unbelievable,
Class, like.
unbelievable.
It's amazing the people that they all go to drama school usually, so it's sort of part and parcel of the job.
Well, true, but I suppose at the end of the day, if you're crap at singing, you're crap at singing, aren't you?
Oh no, like like they would get vocal coaches and stuff like that.
Oh well, possibly.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would be. But
Like
if he, some people just have the knack for singing, like they just have it.
Like your man. Oh wow, names are escaping me this evening.
Oh
Play
dear.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
My goodness. I picture him literally in
Yeah.
so many different things,
Yeah.
including Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even him, his singing's ridiculous.
There's plenty of people who can sing. Like, it's crazy. I, even Tom Cruise. I think when he was in Rocky Beach, obviously it would have been auto tuned and stuff like. But even like it surprises me sometimes when people get onto the films and they can sing really well as well. Even TV
Yeah.
shows and they can sing really well as well. I remember whenever Buffy and all did a musical, quite liked it, which is strange.
Musical?
Did a musical episode, yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It was quite funny. I like Spike whenever he sang. He sang quite in a rocky voice, which was kind of cool. But
That's what you want.
yeah, it was more of like a dramatic musical more than a just singing the song and that would be the end of it. But it was quite enjoyed it as well. I don't mind musicals. I just don't like that sort of singing where it's all sort of old songs. Like I'm not a big fan of Barcelona. Whenever Queen and all did it, I didn't like that. I still like Queen. I just don't like that sort of singing. You know, it's just too drony for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like classical music, but I just don't. It just doesn't strike. It just, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Always lies flat. Whenever you get introduced in metal, it's just there's nothing comes close to it like at all. Which
A
is
lot
just
of
just
those
my
singers though are like classically trained.
opinion. Yeah.
Like for example, I know it's not rock, but like Nicki Minaj is an opera singer by trade.
Oh dear.
She's a classically trained singer. She's not what she does.
Well, I mean the same thing goes for Post Malone as well. He's not classically trained in any
He just
shape
trained
or form.
himself.
Like
He just like taught himself.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah, but he's got like a really really cool vibrato sort of thing going on with his
Mhm.
voice. But he was in a band and stuff before. But he's a really smart fella, and he just went and thought, well, do you know what? I can literally write songs that people are going to listen to instead of going through metal.
That Sunflower one's quite good.
Yeah, it's a brilliant song.
A
But
good
I think it
mix,
was Sway Lee wrote that though.
Who was it?
Sway Lee.
Oh, whatever you ever sings it. I mean, it's him in it. Post
Sway Lee,
Malone.
and then Post Malone has a wee bit in it. Yeah, but I think they could have covered it. I don't know, but he just. People say he took the easy route, which he sort of did because he could have went down the whole metal thing, and it would have taken a lot longer for him to get popular and stuff.
It's money though.
It's all about the dough, but he's
Money,
doing.
though.
But the thing is, so he's went and got this route. He's went down this, in quotations, easy route.
Yeah.
The music industry is not easy to crack at all.
No.
He's done it with ease, and he's
It's weird though, isn't it?
buying guitars left, right, and center. He's just a class person. He really
He
is.
does come
cool.
across really well.
He does, but he's brilliant, and I just don't understand why there's not more people like him. Like, I mean, why do you have to get into that industry and be like, I got all the money, I got all the cars, and right,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's cool and all, but what are you doing, man?
Mm.
Like, you look like a pleb, and he doesn't. Thankfully, have you seen in his new video? He's like out. His video's just like a live video. He's like he's like singing with the fans and stuff. So it's just
Cool.
yeah. But obviously his other ones are like like Bon Iverson. Like, they're all
Yeah.
cars and all this here sort of crap. Like, but he just seems like a really nice bloke, which is nice.
Yeah, he does come across quite well, I think. I'd seen him. I've only seen a few videos of him. Like,
But he's even went and played with like Aerosmith and stuff as well.
was he?
Red Hot Chili Peppers and all as well. And
Nice.
he even played an Elvis tribute thing.
Cool.
So he's just pure class. I love the man.
That is cool.
If anyone you would have as a mate, it'd be him. Like, he's just so funny.
Those teeth are fake, right? They're not.
The grill?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
fake, yeah.
That's right. I wasn't sure if he like got them all knocked out and like put.
no, it's just like clip on, like a retainer.
It's a bit strange though, isn't it?
People do it though. If he likes it, he has tattoos in his face, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
never tired or always tired.
Always tired.
Always
yeah.
tired under his
Yeah.
eyes.
He just seems like a top bloke. So I'm
And
glad.
the Jesus thing around his head.
Yeah.
He's also got another few in his face, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a few in his face. Yeah, he's got like one down here.
Got a knife or something?
Got a cross or something on his face
Yeah.
as well, or something. Yeah, he's crazy for getting all the tattoos. Like, but he comes across as an absolute legend. Like any interview he's in, he always gives his best and stuff. So I hope he continues down that route and he's not.
You ever seen the tattoo on his arm Justin Bieber ripped off by accident?
I've seen.
It's a Playboy bunny.
Yeah, it looks dreadful.
Yeah, because they were playing basketball or something, and like he literally just got it, and he accidentally ripped off the cover, and it's like all just like dotty and weird. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, those are the sort of things that like things that you can do now with the money he's made from writing all these. Some of the songs like you're just like meh, but I mean I still like him. It's not my. I wouldn't say it's my type of music or anything like, but. For some reason, he's caught my attention, and I don't know why.
Well, as you say, it's just catchy and it's good, like. And
yeah, no, he's definitely good at his job, like 100%. Yeah.
That's what you want. So while we're going through, best and worst and things like that, in terms of we're gonna change from like movies, we'll change across. So that sort of guilty pleasures. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go on TV shows, right?
Ooh.
So in terms of TV shows, now Stuck the Distance, right?
Yeah.
So you've not just put on like an episode and be like, not watching EastEnders. I mean, like you've.
Do you see that's got really bad rating as well?
EastEnders? I'm not surprised.
Terrible rating.
It's a soap, and
They've all got terrible rating soap operas.
Yeah, terrible. I just fair play to them to do it, but I just nah.
It's all about the dough.
But if you had to rate that your favorite TV show that you ever finished, and then your least favorite that you finished, and it doesn't have to be because you wanted to watch it. If, for example, you could have watched it with like Lauren or something, and you'd be like, "Well, I hate this, but I'm gonna sit and watch it because you want to watch it."
Yeah, I mean, Sons is.
I knew it was gonna be Sons, but I just had to check.
I would have said Vikings had I finished it, but I haven't finished Vikings because I got to the point where
it's Norva. Yeah, it's like Walking Dead. You get to a point and you're like,
well, it's not even that. It's like I knew if they went past this point, I knew I wasn't gonna watch it.
I know which point you're talking about. Snake Pit.
Yeah, I just didn't want to watch it after that because I knew for a fact, like I got into the Vikings show because of his story.
Yeah.
And I remember reading it, even like I didn't think I'd ever make something like that because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't think of it, and thankfully they did. And I was like, I'm not gonna. Once that happens, if it happens, which you think it would.
There was points I was thinking it wasn't though.
I was like season 4. I was like,
why hasn't this happened yet? Yeah, we're going on a bit here.
But yeah, no, I knew whenever it came down to it, like the closer it got to that episode, I was like, I don't want to.
Even like the Athelstan, how you say his name?
Yeah, Athelstan.
Yeah. Even his story arc that captivated me.
He's a fantastic
Isn't
actor, absolutely brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Actor. Yeah, but yeah, Vikings was good, but Sons is just up there. Like it's by far like. I know I rewatched it with Lauren again, but I think I could probably rewatch it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you get to the Emma, Lauren?
We got to season 7 or 6, I think. So
close. Yeah.
But there was so many new things coming out that we ended up watching on top of that.
Yeah.
And the fact that I had already seen it, I mean, I could watch it again, no problem. Like, but it was just whenever two people are on different pages, you know what I mean. So but no, Sons is definitely my favorite TV series of all time.
Nice.
100% loved every. I mean, I got invested with every single character in that show, and it was just.
It was amazing. I have to say, it was amazing.
It was fantastic. Like, show that I finished that I was sort of disappointed with.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a better way to put it. Yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean, I didn't really finish Vikings, like, but I mean, I knew I was going to go, so I can't really say that.
Yeah.
You go with your 2, and I'll see if I can.
So my favourite's Game of Thrones, without question.
Obviously. Actually, my least favorite is Game of Thrones.
Like without question, it's that.
Yeah.
And it's not finished yet, but I know there's not a doubt in my mind that I'm not going to watch every single episode as soon as it airs, like without question.
Yeah. I'm sure.
And obviously, for obvious reasons, like a lot of the merchandise and stuff, been to the sets, filmed here, which is class.
Yeah. It's cool.
So
I like everything about Game of Thrones. I just can't get into it. That's all.
It's so good.
Yeah, I like like the setting. I like the fact that it's filmed here. I like that they're using local talent. I like all that sort of stuff. But I just cannot for the life of me get into that show. And I want to, but I just can't.
Well, that's it. It's not for everyone. Like Rachel's not like a massive fan, but like she's never, as far as I'm aware, she never actually sat down and watched a full season. But she did watch the majority of the last season because she was always with me when it was on. And like, you know, there were certain things that happened. She was sort of like, oh, you know, my word.
Yeah.
So you know, she was getting a wee bit into it, but she'll never admit that. So, you know, whenever it comes to this series of Daredevil, it'll be the same sort of thing. But
yeah.
And then it's all over, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Nothing left for you to watch.
No.
Yeah.
And then a TV show that I finished, I was really disappointed in, was How I Met Your Mother.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Never found it that funny, but always wanted to find it funny.
Yeah.
Like there were some lines in it that were funny. That was like, she hasn't seen Star Wars. You know that line.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. But
I can sort of, I can get on board with that. To be fair, it is quite a.
But by the end, I was like, will we just meet her? Like, what the hell? Like,
although they definitely dragged it out.
Like I was just by the end, I was just done. You know.
I can't actually genuinely can't think of any other series I've finished that I was disappointed with, because I don't think.
You don't really finish them if they're no good.
Yeah, I mean, How I Met Your Mother is that escaped me there because
It's only because it's 20 minutes. Like, if it had been 40, 40 minutes, no chance.
I mean, we're watching one at the minute with Bates, called Bates Motel.
Is that on Netflix? Or Amazon?
Netflix it's on. Like, it's obviously, it's based on the film Psycho.
Yeah.
So if you ever watch that film, you know what's going to happen in the TV show. But it's taken 4 seasons to get to that point. And I'm like...
Oh my word.
It's just insane. There's only 5 seasons of it, like...
So you only get 1 season
of the aftermath, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good up until, like, we're gonna finish it. Like, we're on season 5 now, and it's gonna finish soon. But it's just dragging on far too long for me. Like, it's just when you see it's different whenever you can split up a TV series from a film, because the film's gonna be an hour and blah 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 or whatever it's gonna be. But they also did a remake with Vince Vaughn and it was crap. But they did 4 seasons to get to a certain point, and I was like, well, I'm not. I was already past the investment stage at like season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, you only need 3 seasons to make this happen. You do not need this many.
It's all about the money, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
But that's the same reason why they did How I Met Your Mother for so long as well.
Oh, so long.
Yeah. And Big Bang Theory as well. They dragged that on for.
I'm so fine with that though, because I love Big Bang Theory. Like, it's, in my opinion, this is a very unpopular opinion, funnier than Friends. So maybe fair enough. Maybe not so much in the last season, but well, even at that, I still laugh.
Well, it's only an unpopular opinion because it's sciencey.
Well,
not everyone's going to get it, whereas everyone can get Friends because it's relatable.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think Friends is funny, but as you say, in a different way. Like, it's Big Bang Theory references like superheroes and comics. And
exactly.
All the stuff I love.
You have to get it. You have to get it.
It just gets me, and I get
it.
So.
People can't, like, I've heard people watch it before and be like, oh, I love the show, but sometimes I have no idea what they're on about.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can get that, yeah. But it's the same thing. I mean, Friends is very relatable because it goes through day-to-day life as a normal person. Everyone had normal jobs in it.
Yeah, more or less.
These guys don't have normal jobs, as you wouldn't.
Yeah, they're scientists.
Exactly.
Yeah, university.
Yeah, but then everyone can well, not everyone, but people can relate to Penny in it because she was an aspiring actress. So
yeah,
people have gone to the LA and tried that dream and failed.
That would be nice.
And married
not
a scientist. Not the fail part.
But she's not sure she'd give that up. She's
the season now, Well,
no, a few seasons.
Past seasons,
She's been a sales rep for pharmaceutical company.
That's right, actually, yeah. That was like season 5 or something, is there? Or something like that, wasn't it?
Season 9, 10, she's been there for maybe season 7, 6.
7?
Like that, yeah.
I remember that time whenever she did stop, because I was like, why would you ever stop trying to get your dream, like?
Because it wasn't working. Probably. But we'll leave part 1 there, and we will catch you again in a wee minute in part 2. Oh, so we're at part 2, and as usual, we're going to do what's trending. We're here. So the one I've only picked one thing this week because I think it could actually lead to a bit of a conversation, and it's something that is trending.
Great.
And it's called
What's the most ordinary thing you've never done? So, a guy called Paul Clark, no relation.
I'm sure.
He's got an E in the end, it's spelt wrong.
Do you remember the time I used to think yours was an A in the end?
And that's where the nickname came from.
Yeah. No.
But, that's how I,
Clark
that's how I read that. So, basically, he tweeted, "My dad's never used a cash point. I've never eaten a Subway. What's the most ordinary thing you've never done?" So then the replies were like such: "I've never watched a game of football. I don't know the rules. I thought I could name 3 football players, but it turns out David Beckham's retired, George Best is dead, and I've only got Wayne Rooney left. I've never drunk a cup of tea," someone said. Somebody said they've never eaten a pot noodle.
I can see why.
Let me just see some good ones here. I like this one. "I've never given anyone up. I've never let anyone down.
Oh.
I've never ran around or deserted anyone." Someone says they've never heard nor could they identify an Ed Sheeran song. I find that very hard to believe.
So do I.
Very hard to believe.
Identify one, yeah, probably.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
You can name one, no problem. Sharon O'Day has never eaten cheese.
Well, it could be lactose, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find that one hard to believe too.
Well, I've never eaten a nut.
You have? You've got...
No, I've never literally went and got a peanut and ate it.
Oh no, but like you've had nuts.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
I went in my way going, I'm gonna have this nut, but to be fair, I've never actually tasted a nut.
Someone's never seen Friends. It's a big one. There's someone's just, "I've never eaten cottage cheese." The reply, "Don't."
Yeah, it's not nice. People that put cottage cheese in like sandwiches and all are weird. Ugh. It gives me a little bit of a shiver every time I think about it.
There's just some good ones, you know, like never walk by a dog without smiling at it.
Yeah.
Never eaten anything from Greg's.
I up until recently haven't, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Right.
the time I actually had something from Greg's was the time we were in Nottingham.
Never eaten a McDonald's. And this person is 52.
Can see that though.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that though.
That's
'Cause
impressive.
My dad's not a big fan of McDonald's, but he would eat there if we were all there.
But he's probably had it.
Oh no, he has had them
So
before, but he was.
These people have never done these things. So is there anything you can think that you've never done that
Yeah.
a lot of people... Go ahead.
Eat a nut?
But you've had nuts.
No, I haven't.
You have
Where?
in your mouth. No, you've
I've never tasted a nut before.
but you have to because you've had an allergic reaction.
But I've never tasted a nut. Like I've had things with nuts in them,
Yeah.
but I've never tasted an actual nut on its own. Like I've never had a peanut. I've never had a walnut. I've never had a cashew nut. I've never had an almond.
Cashew nuts are unreal.
I wouldn't know.
They're unreal.
I have never, for the simple reason, I can't.
No, you physically can't. Yeah.
Well, I could, but I would die. Probably.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it at all. But yeah, like I physically haven't ever eaten. I've never eaten a nut. Never had a date.
Fruit?
That's not nice. Yeah, no.
No.
Well, to be fair, I mean, dates are. Would you? I don't know. Would you class dates? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Dinner. You would. Yeah, you would. You would.
Are we talking about a date, not the
food?
fruit?
No. Yes, we're talking about the actual food. Yes.
Alright, I swear for a second there, you completely had me. I was like, how has this happened between you and Lauren?
I've never had. Could you imagine 2 years? We've never been out together. What? I've never had a date. Fruit.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that. I swear I was completely baffled.
Yeah. I've never drank a cup of coffee.
Ever?
Nope.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, never had a cup of coffee.
That's a good one. See, I'm not good at this. I don't really know.
Never wore a dress.
Okay. Although that's fairly normal for a guy not to have done that.
Why?
Not many guys wear dresses.
I would say a lot of guys wear dresses.
I've never worn a dress that I remember.
Have I worn a dress? I can't remember. Probably have at some point, to be fair, but yeah, I've never drank a cup of coffee, had a nut at a date. I didn't have a kiwi until I was 15.
Kiwis are great.
They are great, I agree.
They are great.
I'm trying to think. See, whenever you get stuck on one thing about eating things, you just have to remember.
I've never eaten this.
Yeah.
I've never eaten this.
Yeah.
I've never had this. Yeah.
I've never. It's like never have I ever. We just would have a drink in our hands. Never slept with a man.
Okay. Yeah. That's neither have I. Just heads up. Well, I don't know. No, I've definitely never.
Lauren, though.
There's some movies that like.
Oh yeah, like
You're bound to have been like, okay, I've never seen. Whatever.
That's very tough because I've seen a lot of films.
Yeah, but like, there's always the ones like, for example, I've never finished Pulp Fiction.
What do you mean you started it and not finished it?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I don't think I was in the mood, and I put it on. And I was like, nah, and turn it off.
But every time?
No, I've only tried once.
Well, then that doesn't make any sense then.
Well, I've never finished.
But you've never tried. You've only tried it once.
Yep.
I mean, that's like me going. I've had a sip of coffee and I'm never going to drink a cup of coffee before, ever.
That can happen.
Well, it has happened to me, but I mean, I didn't. I just never wanted a cup of coffee ever because I didn't like the.
I have one a day, in the morning. That's it. Pulp Fiction. I've never finished Pulp Fiction. There's a few others that I've never seen a. Why can I never think of things?
Names.
Whenever, honestly, this is horrendous.
It's the cold, mate. It's just giving your mind a wee bit of a.
Tom Cruise is the main character in this film.
Mission Impossible.
Thank you. I've never seen a Mission Impossible.
Are you serious?
I swear I've never seen a Mission Impossible ever. That's not a joke.
What?
Yeah, no, I've never seen one of those, but I've heard really good things. I've just never.
Well, the first one was good.
Apparently
that one, the recent one was good as well. I haven't seen it yet myself.
I don't know. That's quite hard. Once you start thinking about it, it's quite hard. I've seen somebody say they've never eaten a raw apple. Like they've only ever eaten it in like apple pies.
Yeah, but you can. Yeah, I mean, I've never ever thought of the things I haven't done that are ordinary.
That most people just assume that you've done.
Yeah.
Like I think that like Pulp Fiction and Mission Impossible, most people assume you've seen. No, never seen those. In terms of experience, that's a weird one. Like, have you like some people were obviously saying they're like eating like an apple. You went through food. I don't think there's really that much food wise that I've not tried.
Well, see, the thing is different with growing up with like younger parents, whereas I'm growing up with like older parents. So my parents had all these like old foods, like not. Can you imagine like, I've had this apple for 33 years. It used to be red, but now it's green. But like like old sort
Is
of.
that what Amelia is?
No, but like the older sort of generation of meals where it's not like you have like pizza and chips.
Yeah.
Whereas
I get you.
back in the day, it used to be like sweet bugs and onions or something.
Oh, how good was that
I
though?
don't know. Yeah, but
Do you ever used to have liver, not kidney?
no.
What the frick?
All right, from
Did you ever used to
a
have
Hannibal?
liver? Did you ever used to have liver? No.
No, I have pate.
I've had liver before. It was weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my type of food.
I don't think it was that good.
Tripe.
Have you had that?
No, I've never
Oh,
had
never
tripe.
had that.
Oh, that's disgusting. But no, like I was like growing up, my mum and dad tried with every food. Obviously, that's what you're meant to do with kids. But I'm not a big fan of vegetables. Like I like broccoli, and sometimes I like peas and carrots.
I don't think I've ever had a Brussels sprout, but I just
No.
don't think I like them.
I have tried one, but I don't like them.
Right, I'm pretty sure I've never had one, but I'm absolutely confident I will not like them.
So I'm not a huge fan of, in general, stuffing.
My word,
Yeah.
I'm like obsessed with stuffing.
Can't stand stuffing.
Oh my goodness!
I remember one year I had it and I was sick all day afterwards. I think it might not have been the stuffing that made me sick. It might have been the chocolate I had as a kid.
I'm like obsessed.
I can't stand it.
Honestly.
It's too like herby for me.
See, at Christmas, my mum makes well, you couldn't eat it; it would literally kill you. My mum makes apricot and walnut stuffing.
I don't get why people put fruit in their savoury stuff.
Incredible.
Cranberry sauce with turkey and all.
No, thanks.
What are you doing?
No, I've never had
Bread
that.
sauce.
What the hell's that?
What? Yeah, this is what I'm telling you.
What do you put on toast? What do you use that for? What's what? What's it for?
Bread sauce is like what that goes like with gammon and stuff. Like this is like
What
the
the
old sort of
freak?
food. Yeah, people were like, do you know what's actually? Do you know what? They went. You know, I actually quite like sliced bread.
I swear I was sitting
I
there
like
going,
toast.
is that jam? I was like,
Well,
why are you calling it jam?
This is what I'm saying. Like they've started off. I love sliced bread, and this is where the whole thing came from. You know, oh, that's as good as sliced bread. That's fine. And then you go with toast. Toast is amazing. And then people thought, I'm trying to do. I'm gonna liquefy bread because I like drinking. So
Is that actually what it is?
it's just bread. So yeah, it's just literally bread. I don't know what's in it, but it is bread sauce that you do breadcrumbs and you do stuff with like cream and stuff, and then you do all that there banana stuff.
Nope.
Never
had any of that.
But yeah, it looks dreadful. It looks like porridge.
No.
I wouldn't put it on anything, but people have bread sauce all the time.
I've never had a glass of red wine.
I've had lots of alcohol.
I've sipped it and I know I don't like it.
Whenever you get to a point whenever you're absolutely smashed, anything will do, I think.
I don't know, it's very vinegary. I'm not a fan.
Oh no, I agree. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a really good experience of red wine, taste wise at all. I just don't like it. But if it's the only thing in the house to drink, then I'll probably have not like I would just go out and drink. I mean, if it's a house party,
Really thirsty. I don't want water.
where's that orange juice one? Oh, no. But no, I wouldn't go and do that. I would go like if it was like a house party and say you brought like a bottle of whiskey and it was finished by the end of the night, and then you're like, well, but split. Obviously, you wouldn't drink it all to yourself.
Or would you?
Well, I mean, you would. You couldn't if you. Yeah. But anyway, I wouldn't do that often. So you would get that, and then you'd be like, well, there's nothing left, and then say if someone has a box of wine,
Yeah.
then you get some wine. I prefer white, but I don't like any.
Up until Saturday, I'd never been to a rugby match.
Oh yeah, that's right. I seen you were at a rugby match on Instagram.
How the hell did you? Oh, all right. How do you know?
Yeah. Rachel posted on Instagram.
Yeah, she did.
It popped up on my phone. It was like Rachel posted on Instagram for the first time in a while. I was like,
I don't have Instagram. And then you're like, oh yeah.
yeah. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. And I clicked it. I was like, whose Instagram is this?
Yeah.
I thought it was London and Lawrence or something. I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, oh, it's the podcast one.
Yeah. I'd never been ever, and I went. It was good.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Seen lots of stuff. Seen a red card. Seen a yellow card. In
Same
the
things
same,
you
like
see at
the
football.
same, like, but it was apparently that like never happens. They were down to 13 men at one point. The other team.
Yeah. Did you know in Australian football they have 18 people on the pitch of both teams?
Holy crap!
That's a lot of dudes on the
That's
same
a
pitch.
lot
Like,
of people.
I think how many goals you can score with 18 players. Well, 17 players, technically.
Do you mean Aussie rules?
Yeah, Aussie rules football. Yeah.
Right. Not like football, like
No,
football?
like
right.
no.
It's gonna be like you've got the complete wrong end of the stick if you
Could
think
you,
there's
could
gonna
you
be...
imagine? Could you imagine? How many subs you got? 23? Huh?
Oh my goodness.
That'd be so funny. But yeah, it's fair enough. Rugby, yeah. I suppose rugby is one of those things that if you're not into the sport, you would never really go, would you? Though.
No.
Wouldn't really call it an ordinary thing to do, though, would you?
To go to rugby? No. Have you ever written a check?
No, because I've never needed. No, well, actually, I have. Whenever I had a checkbook when I was like 3. No, I had a checkbook when I was like 14 or something.
Just wondering, is that something that we don't really use anymore?
Yeah, well, it was literally it was just one of those things that I didn't have any money on me, so I just wrote a check to. I think it was for the charity I was collecting.
Dairy milk, 80p.
No, I think it was for the charity. It was like £100 or something for the charity or something. We were doing, so.
I don't think I've ever.
But that was young
from my own account. In fact, no, I'll tell you a lie. I've probably written one for work.
Yeah, more than likely, like.
But yeah, that's sort of an old-fashioned thing.
Ordinary things nowadays would be like, have you ever watched?
I've never listened to a vinyl.
Do you want me to stick one on?
Just for the next 20 minutes of this, it's just vinyl. It's good. Yeah. No, I've never listened to a vinyl.
Well, next time you're around, I'll put one on. You can have your first experience of the vinyl, and it'll be class.
It will be. I've heard good things.
Well, you will.
So.
See the initial sound and every. Oh man, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing like it.
Well, there you are. There's a.
You should see the vinyls I have. There's someone. There's the ACDC one. There's absolutely amazing. It's class looking.
Nice.
Yeah, they're amazing. You'll be like you'll see whenever you start listening to them. Like I remember whenever David, my brother, showed me them. Years and years ago, he had loads of vinyl collection. And he had like Pantera and all. I wish he still had them.
Nice.
I would have had them all. He'd have been away. I'd be like, nope, that's all mine. But I've only got a select few now, which is unfortunate. But the ones back in the day, like loads of Judas Priest ones, and they just looked amazing. My Judas Priest one looks amazing. The big razor. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, I love vinyls, man. So good.
No, it's one of those that I've never done, but that was trending this week. That guy tweeted that, and everyone was just like telling everyone what they've never done before.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Ordinary things back in the day, like 80s and stuff, you probably would, or 60s, 70s, would listen to vinyl and stuff.
Yep.
But nowadays it's more of those, what do you call them, CDs, is it?
Spotify.
Yeah, right now. Nowadays
much
it's
all
not
I
even,
use.
it's all streaming stuff. Look at that whole Stadia or Spadia or whatever you call it now.
What's that?
That Google thing they're releasing.
Oh,
now.
Google Stadia.
Yeah.
There's an Apple one as well.
I know, but I don't have good internet for streaming yet.
No.
So
I was listening to a podcast the other day.
we're getting Virgin.
The guy, so you think Virgin's good? This guy had a gig download in his house.
Did he have a inline? Did he pay for an inline?
Oh, he's in America.
Oh, well then they get
Gig download, gig upload.
Where was he living?
South Carolina.
Oh, flip, that's not bad.
He said he's just very fortunate. Like no one around him gets it.
Yeah,
He does. So
that's crazy. See, there's a couple of YouTubers get like insane amounts because they just pay for a line in, so they just get like it's like
he's
£600 a month or something. Whatever.
no, he's just lucky, and so he can't wait to get all that stuff. So.
I think how funny it is though to be like a YouTuber or streamer or whatever to pay £600 a month solely on your internet to get it back within a day, if not more.
And then you get sponsored and you get it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a life it would be to be a streamer.
Would be nice. So yeah, ordinary stuff that people never done, and we'll call that part 2, and we'll catch you again in a wee minute.
Part 3. Welcome back to part 3. So yeah, so we're gonna look at talking maybe a bit about VR. It's sort of becoming bigger with PlayStation VR and obviously Oculus, and there's any number of them really now. Like,
Well, even Samsung have one now. So.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can actually use your phone, can't you, for it?
There's plenty of things you can do. We use the we have one downstairs. It's crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
But it's probably what? How many years old is it?
2.
Yeah. See, like it's crazy. Like even 2 years, you think how much it's came on. Like
No, I know. Well, sure. Oculus was like 2014, 2013 or something. Whenever it was started trending a bit of place. So.
it's very good.
Yeah, it's class. Yeah,
Very good.
I'd like the the actual like standing thing to come out and stuff, but probably like $3 or $4 grand or something.
Oh yeah, like sort of like from Ready Player One.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
yeah. Well, they had one on show I think in E3 or something like 4 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was. It was just the guy with like a VR headset with the gun and he's walking around.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. People it went viral, like, so I'm surprised.
Yeah,
that
that's the
people
one where
didn't
like he doesn't know what way he turns that like follows him pretty much.
see- yeah, it's class. Like it's
Very cool.
it's something I'd love, but it would cost quite a lot of money, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. I was listening to a thing earlier about VR, and basically they were sort of saying, while it is still sort of expensive, like if you can get a cheaper one like PlayStation VR, it is worth what you'll get from it.
Yeah.
Especially now, like they are
Yeah.
bringing out. This is obviously just PlayStation, but they are bringing out the Iron Man game,
Mhm.
which is going to be a pretty big release. And for anyone that thought Anthem was crap, well, you get to literally be Iron Man this time.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty good.
Yeah,
But-
I sort of take those things with a pinch of salt though, because whenever it says at the bottom not actual gameplay, then you look at the CGI or whatever that what would you call it, like
Yeah, I suppose it was.
it
pretty
wasn't
much.
great.
It was just
It was kind of crappy, like
the story
looking.
bit.
But if you've seen, you can tell what's different between gameplay and actual
Yeah.
mocked up stuff. So I'm hoping it's a lot better. But I mean, I haven't got VR, so I don't really care much.
No, it's not something I'm ready to invest in yet, but I think it is going to be the future.
Well, whenever Oculus comes to play or to Xbox, I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be whenever I get it.
I mean, surely that console, the X, can hold it.
Probably can, but I think we'll need to wait for a bit before they get the components and stuff right for it. Because I know years ago they said they were going to do a partnership with them, with Oculus and stuff, to do that. So I just hope within the next 5 years that happens, because I think Oculus will be the one to absolutely destroy VR in every
Put it out
sense of
there.
the word. Like, I think PlayStation doing a great job and stuff, and fair play to them, they're doing really well with it. But I think Oculus will probably be the one that smashes.
Do you think it will eventually take over?
Oculus?
No, VR in general.
No.
No.
No, I don't. What, in terms of gaming or just in general?
Gaming.
I think it's, unless it's just too much of a hassle.
But if
People
it ever,
have-
like now maybe, but in like say 10 years, whenever, pardon me, all you need to do is slip on like a wee thing over your hand, You put on the glasses
But
and then you stand in your rig and you're good to go.
That's all fine, and that's fine. Like, I don't care about the amount of cables and stuff with it. It's just the fact that I won't be able to play as long as I can without it.
But I reckon they'll fix that.
You can't fix motion sickness though.
No, but people. Well, the thing is that like
unless you take tablets before you game.
Motion sickness.
Insane to think about.
If they make it as realistic as just you looking around,
I think it's impossible.
I don't know. Because you think how quickly like computers now can run at like unlimited frames.
Well, people say whenever they first get glasses they have motion sickness because it's different from their actual eyesight, which is fair enough, but you get used to that sort of thing. VR is not something you get used to.
I don't know, I reckon based on like if you think of VR how it was even 2 years ago, as you say, like compared to now, and then you think in 2 years it could be twice as good as it is now, and then 2 years from then it could be twice good again. I see no reason why they can't. Because you think even like, just to use an example, you think of Destiny's graphics compared to Destiny 2's graphics.
Oh no, yeah, there's no question. Like technology is moving on and stuff, but I would be happy enough for VR to take over, not take over, but just to coexist because.
It'll never. When I say take over, I don't mean like no more of that game at all.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously there will always be people that just want to play.
Yeah, I think. As long as if they could fix the minimalistic things like motion sickness where people can play for an hour or two without falling over and dying, if they could fix that, that's fine. But I think for VR to do a good
falling over and dying.
Well,
how long was he playing for? An hour and a half. I told you an hour.
Yeah, can't play over an hour now. But like even when I was playing the Resident Evil one, like I could only play it for about an hour or 10 minutes maybe. I couldn't after that it was too because I wasn't moving my body or anything, it was just me with the controller, so I was just like with the headset on moving the controller and stuff, whereas I think if I was to be on one of those systems where you could make a treadmill and you were moving your body and stuff, your body could get used to the screen more because you're doing the things in the game. Whereas if you're sitting there with a controller, like that Beat Saber thing, very different. Where you have the two controller things in your hand, you're moving your arms to the beat, and you're moving where you're going. That's fine, and you're just staring at one place. But I think if once you get that rig going, and you actually move properly, then it'll be fine. But I don't think it'll cure the motion sickness part. I don't think you could play like people like guys like streamers. They're not going to play VR for 12 hours.
I wonder how that would work for streamers.
Well, like, people do it now. People stream Beat Saber. Like they just put the headset on and they just.
That's what you see.
Yeah, you can. They have a camera on them sometimes. Sometimes they don't. But the big streamers are obviously like the ones with the Fortnites and the PUBGs and whatnot, like the ones that play the battle royales and stuff. So, but I don't think it'll take over. I don't think it'll do as much as what people are saying it'll do, because I think it's already sort of not at its peak, but it's getting there quite quickly. I think
it's a future
for gaming.
Yeah.
No, I just have to disagree, unfortunately.
I just you think they tried to bring out all that Move stuff and it just didn't work.
PlayStation Move was dreadful.
And then
I think the closest thing they've got to actual fun with motion thing would be the Wii. The Wii was brilliant. I loved the Wii.
Wii was good.
Yeah.
It was great. And then obviously Switch has now got the movement stuff as well. In certain aspects. And then with, as you say, Stadia and stuff coming, that'll basically all stream from the internet. Now obviously eventually VR will have to have like the rig and all that sort of, because otherwise it'll just
there's already wireless ones, so that's already cut out the cable problem, which is great, because I know like when my brother set his up, it was an absolute nightmare. It just I wouldn't mind setting it up, like I said. It was just that people, you don't know what you're doing. You need to have a big enough room as well. You would need almost like basically nothing in. You need like an empty room.
Yeah,
really.
More or less. Sort of like, I know it's silly, like, but like you think of Ready Player One, whenever he set up his rig, it was like in just like a random
freight.
Yeah,
I know. I understand that. Like, but I think there's too many things that go along with having VR. Like I said, you need to have a big room. You need to have good internet to get without lag. Because lag in VR, it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
absolute nightmare. And you think it's bad enough whenever you're walking straight. But soon if you're rubber banding, what are you doing? Like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, eventually, obviously, the 5G's on the way in now.
Yeah.
Vodafone sent an email around. They've started. I think it was Manchester Airport or something, but it's 4 times faster than 4G.
yeah,
And 4G only really came out like 2 years ago.
yeah.
So
Well, it's going in fast. Like, but I just don't think VR will. I keep to see VAR, but it's not. I just think it'll do well. I think, but I don't think it'll do as well as people are expecting it to do.
Well, I think it's one of these watch these spaces because
100%, yeah. I'll be happy if I'm proved wrong, because I do think it's something I would love to get into, but I just know my body just does not work well with like that sort of stuff. But I do hope it does well.
it would also need to be more affordable, because obviously if it was like $1,000, then
The Oculus is quite
you know,
expensive.
if it stayed, that's what I mean. If it stayed at that price, you know, very few people are going to buy it. Like,
I don't think I would invest in it, because unless it was like, say, you know, significantly cheaper, because I wouldn't want to pay $1,000 for something that I know I will enjoy for 2 hours
yeah,
a time I'm playing. Then I'll have to take it off and then play the game regularly and maybe not have as much fun,
yeah,
you know. So I don't think I would invest in it if it was like, say, over $1,000, and then I'll be on for a wee bit and that'll be me. So I do agree with it having to be a bit more affordable, but whether or not they're going to do that, I mean, God knows, like.
yeah. No, exactly. It's one of those things that, like, you know, you never know if things change in the next few years, that, you know, technology, it's obviously everything's getting bigger again, which is weird. You know, phones are bigger when we were trying to make them smaller. Now they're getting bigger again, and
Well, the same as hard drives and stuff as well. Sure, they went into USBs and stuff, and now
yeah, now look at them, they're freaking massive.
size of phones. Yeah.
But yeah, basically that leads me on quite nicely to my sort of final thought for the week. Just a short quote, which just is, when looking back doesn't interest you anymore, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I like that.
Which
Certainly
I
my
think
life right now, anyway. That's for sure.
Huh?
Certainly my life right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's something I thought was, I don't know, just quite a poignant wee sort of phrase that
Everyone can relate to.
yeah, like basically if you've made a change and you don't reminisce about, oh, do you remember the time we used to do this, that, or the other, then you've nailed it. So that was quite nice.
It's quite nice. Well, I'm in a different sort of mindset completely now from what I was like 6 years ago. So.
Yeah,
Or how long ago was it?
if even.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's mad, like. But yeah, no, it's a good quote. Quite
it's
like.
a nice wee quote, but I thought that would be a nice wee place just to end this week's.
Yeah.
So, you good?
I'm good.
Nice one. Okay, cool. We're gonna leave episode 69.
Oh yes.
Giggity. So we'll leave that one. We'll leave that one there, folks, and we'll see you in episode 70.
Bye bye.